Let us start the next part of this unit. How to find out the friction loss. How to find out the friction loss. Friction loss is calculated using the one simple formula. Loss is equal to mu alpha plus kx into initial pre-stress. Using this formula, you can calculate the friction loss. Then let us define all these terms. What is the meaning of mu? What is the meaning of alpha? What is the meaning of k? And what is exactly x? How to find out the initial pre-stress? Where mu is equal to coefficient of friction between duct and wire. Generally, this value is varying between 0.25 to 0.55 in curve effect. If the coefficient of friction is not given in problem, you have to use the value of mu from 0.25 to 0.55. Next term is alpha. So this is cumulative angle in radian made by curved tendon. Generally, alpha is equal to 2 theta. So let us sketch the simply supported beam to understand the exactly meaning of alpha and theta. So this is the siege of concrete. Subjected to the parabolic tendon. So if you provide the precessing force P here, if you take the tangent from this end, okay, and tangent from this end, the angle made by this both tangent is nothing but the alpha, and alpha is equal to double of theta. This theta is nothing but angle made by the tangent at this end. Generally this end is fixed, and at this end the pre-stressing force is provided, so this end is called jacking end. This end is called jacking end, and this end is called remote end. Alpha is nothing but double of theta, and theta is nothing but the angle made by the tangent at this end. So this is the parabolic cable profile of a tendon. What is the next term? K. K is the frictional coefficient. K is the frictional coefficient for wave effect. Generally, the value is 15 into 10 raised to minus 4 to 50 into 10 raised to minus 4 per meter is considered. What is x? It is a distance from jacking end where loss is required to calculate. Generally, the x is counted from this end, x. If you want to calculate the loss at this end, the x is full span of the beam. If you want to calculate loss at the initial end, x is 0. So this is the theoretical concept how to find out the friction loss. Next loss is how to find out the anchorage slip loss. How to find out anchorage slip loss? Using one small formula, you can find out the anchorage slip loss. Loss is equal to del A into ES divided by span of the beam. Using this formula, you can find out the anchorage slip loss. Let us discuss terminology where Del A is the slip in mm. Generally, this slip of cable is mentioned in question. It is given in question. We know that ES is the Young's modulus. Young's modulus, and L is the length of tendon. Or you can put span of beam. So this is the completion of theoretical concept of slip loss. Let us revise these two losses. Friction loss is calculated using this formula. Loss is equal to mu alpha plus kx into initial pre-stress. Mu is generally given in question. Alpha you have to find out. K is generally given in question. X you have to put. Initial pre-stress is also given in question. Alpha is calculated using this terminology. Alpha is equal to 2 theta. Theta is calculated here. Theta is calculated using the parabolic profile of cable. Slip loss is calculated using this formula. Loss is equal to del A into ES divided by L. Del A is a slip in mm. Generally this is given in question. ES is the Young's modulus. L is the length of the tendon.